What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome to another chaotic neutral video. I don't really know how to do intros, so don't bother me. So today, I thought it would be fun to rate my favorite horror movies based on their title. So what I mean by that is I'm going to rate the movie based on its title and if the content in the movie is relevant to the title, if that makes any sense. Probably not. Also, if I forgot to mention that I got this idea from a Tumblr post that I found, and I tried really hard to find it so I could reference it and put it in the video, but I really couldn't find it anywhere. So if any of you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and link it down below just so it's there, because I'm definitely not taking credit for this totally unoriginal idea of mine. Anyways, I'm a very big fan of horror movies. I like to think that I know quite a bit about them. I probably don't, as you will find out as this video progresses. And in I'm not going in any specific order with these, because that would be too hard for my tiny woman brain. I figured it would just be a lot easier if I went down. I tried to create a list from 1 to 10, and then I started bleeding from my ears. I just realized that the list is on my iPad and not my phone. Okay, so now that that's sorted, sorry I'm such an absolute fucking idiot. I definitely thought it was on my notes on my phone. I have the brain of a squirrel. So we all know how squirrels are. I do like to think I know quite a bit about horror movies. They're, the only thing that really made me whole as a child. Anyways, I did get the list onto my phone now, so we can go ahead and start with that, I guess. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I couldn't put these in a particular order. I really like all of them. It proved to be quite hard to actually label them, and then I was gonna do 1 through 10, but then it turns out I actually like a lot more horror movies than just 10. I wanted to fit them all into this video. I don't know, this video is probably gonna be quite short because I like to edit out a lot of the stupid shit that I say. Some stuff I say is really out there, and I'm sure everybody thinks I'm weird enough as it is. Okay. So starting with the first one.
Yeah, no shit, honey!
The Evil Dead, the original. I really like the remake too, but for the sake of the video, I did fall in love with the original, The Evil Dead. So I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna give that about a 7 out of 10 because there is evil, and it had been dead for quite a while before they woke it up. The Evil Dead, yeah, there's some of that. Next, Freddy, my pop socket's out. Let's put that back in. Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, I could, based off the title, I'm gonna give that like a 10 out of 10 because it was, Freddy versus Jason for a lot of the movie. Maybe I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because it was Freddy versus Jason for about 80% of the movie. If it was just them Mortal Kombating the whole entire time through the whole movie, like, oh my god, excuse me. Yeah, I would, if it was them Mortal Kombating for like 100%, just a Freddy versus Jason Mortal Kombat movie, like, I would give it a 10 out of 10, but for the sake of it only, being teenage drama and them being scared and whatever for like 80% of the movie, no, 20%, I'm really bad at math. Anyways, 9 out of 10. Oh, I also wanted to throw in the disclaimer that I do really like older horror movies. Don't get me wrong, I'm not some kind of poser. Who am I kidding? I totally am. Newer horror movies are good. Most of them are in my favorites. I do like older ones. There's some older ones in here, but I just wanted to throw this list together for the sake of the theme of the video. So yeah, just get that disclaimer out of the way. Next up we have Hereditary. I'll give that about a 4 out of 10, just because it is, it's definitely something hereditary. Unless I missed the whole entire point of the movie, or just missed, like, the general idea, and probably I did, because that happens a lot of the time. I have to rewatch stuff, and then I have to, like, get and understand. And then I, like, kind of have to make myself, you just have to rewatch stuff sometimes. Something is definitely hereditary. It's definitely not a major role in the movie, though. It's a lot of really crazy shit, but not a lot of it's hereditary. So I'm gonna give that like a 4 out of 10. Next up, we have House of a Thousand Corpses. Very big Rob Zombie fan of his music and his film making abilities. House of a Thousand Corpses, I'll give that like a 1 out of 10. There are definitely not 1,000 corpses in that house. Well, I could be wrong. There could be 1,000 corpses, but for you to name the movie House of a Thousand Corpses and then you don't get to see 1,000 corpses is pretty misleading, so I'm gonna give that like a 1 out of 10. The Witch. I give that like a 9.5 out of 10. There is a witch. No, not a 9.5. I'll give this like a 8 out of 10. I give it like an 8.5 out of 10 because the movie is about a witch, but it's not about a witch. It's about the devil, more than it is about the witch. But in the end, there is witches. There's more than one witch. So, total instability when naming this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my 8. Solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10? That's fair. Next up, I have Texas Chainsaw, the 2003 version, with Jessica Biel. Because the original, although it is very, very good and it was very scary for its time and it scared me a lot when I was little, but the 2003 version just really spoke to me, and I feel like I'm true to that version when I say Texas Chainsaw. They got a little bit out of hand with all the recent remakes. I think there was like a Leatherface, which was an origin story. They did one with like Alexandra Daddario, which was okay, but I think that was like 3D, and then Trey Songz was in it, and it was really weird. Based off the title, there is a Texas. They are in Texas. And there is a chainsaw through quite a lot of that movie. I'm gonna give that like a 9.5 out of 10. Next one, this is my #1 favorite movie of all time ever, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. And there is a creation named Rocky. As far as horror picture show, there is horror. It probably wouldn't be on this list if there wasn't. Yeah, and it is a picture show. It is. It's a movie. It's a picture show. I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10 just because I'm biased towards it. And the title just does kind of fit. 13 Ghosts. I don't really remember being that into this movie when I was younger. Now that I rewatch it and I just realize it was really scary. Like, it is a really scary movie. 10 out of 10. There is 13 Ghosts. And the ending is really good. So that kind of helped it go from a 9.5 to a 10 ultimately. Halloween. 6.5 out of 10. It does happen on Halloween. There's a lot of Halloween themes, but the movie isn't about Halloween. It's about Michael Myers. So if the movie was called I Want Revenge on My Sister, then I would probably give it a 10 out of 10. Prometheus. Probably like an 8, not a 9 out of 10, because there is a ship called Prometheus. It plays a big part in the movie. They weren't wrong about that. And yeah, to name the movie Prometheus it was a good idea. I give it an 8.5. Is that what I said? Did I say 8.5? Well, now it's an 8.5 if it wasn't before. I give it an 8.5 because, I give it an 8.5 and not a 10 out of 10, because it had a lot to do with aliens. And not Prometheus. Like, the ship did play a big part in the movie, but there was aliens. There was a lot of aliens, and I think that it, you get what I'm trying to say, because I don't even get what I'm trying to say. House on Haunted Hill. or The House on Haunted Hill. I give that an 8 out of 10 because I feel like if the movie was called The Haunted House on Hill, then probably would make a lot more sense because the house is haunted, not the hill. Unless I'm missed the point of that movie entirely. All I know is that I really loved that movie when it came out because the Hulk from Universal, Orlando, is in it, and that is my second home because I love being there all the time, and it's like one of my favorite roller coasters in the whole entire world, and it was in that movie. I just wanted to throw that in really quick, just in case you wanted some fun fact about me. Yeah, so 8 out of 10, because if it was named accordingly, then probably 10 out of 10. But it's not. The Exorcist. There was in fact an exorcist. I think that had a lot to do with a lot that went on in the movie, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 9.5 out of 10. Just because if it was called The Exorcism, then that would be spot on. But to call it The Exorcist, and it's not even really about the exorcist, it's about the exorcisee. I'm doing that wrong. Yeah, anyways, 9.5 out of 10. And fun fact, my dad actually used to date Linda Blair when I was little for a very short amount of time. Wrong turn. 10 out of 10. They definitely did take a wrong turn. Or at least the guy did. Why can't I just watched that last night? Why can't I remember if the kids did or not? I think everybody took a wrong turn. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Because if they took the right turn, the movie wouldn't have happened. Based on the title, I'd say they took a very wrong turn, and I'd say it earned a 10 out of 10. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more dumb shit like this, give this video a thumbs up. Probably subscribe. I would, if I could. Every time I try to click it, it says that I don't need to, but I really want to. I think there's something very wrong with that. I will see you next time.